Pizza's here. I'm gonna tear this pizza up, is all I know. Yeah, it looks amazing. My friend's here. She's watching me. I'm sorry about the MySpace angle. I just randomly turned my camera this way and it decided to film. So, a lot of you have been requesting summertime makeup tips. Like things that I do during, you know, like when it's gonna be really hot outside and I'm gonna go somewhere. P.S. I've been practicing henna on myself, and I'm not that good yet, but practice makes perfect. From afar though, I think it might look good in pictures from like really far away. Like in like maybe like a blurry filter. This video is actually really easy for me to do because there's a lot of things that I notice that I do when it's going to be really hot outside, and say I'm going to like a pool party or somewhere with my friends and like, you know, I might be like sweating or whatever. There's a lot of things that I notice that I do a lot. So I'm going to share those things with you. I hope that you guys like this video. Hit the like button for more summertime videos and comment down below and let me know what your guys' favorite summertime tip is for yourself. And you can say maybe like why you like it. This way everyone can like read each other's and like get tips from each other. So okay, I'm gonna get started now. Bye! So when it's time to get ready and I know that I'm spending the entire day outside in the heat, maybe at like a pool party or a barbecue, the first thing I do is I make sure that I do my makeup in natural lighting. I don't ever do my makeup under false lighting, and that's because when you do your makeup under false lighting, it might look really, really good in your, like say your bathroom, but then you step outside and every mistake shows. If the color tone is off, even by one shade, it looks really obvious in the sun. If you have one smear, it looks really obvious. Everything. The sun is not our friends when it comes to makeup. So you really want to do your makeup in the sunlight to see exactly what it's going to look like when you're all finished. Next, I always make sure that I am properly hydrated with moisturizer and water and all that, because your makeup's going to go on so much better if your face is properly hydrated. But I don't use any kind of moisturizer that has oil in it, because when you go out into the hot sun, it makes your face want to not only sweat but produce more oil. So I don't add any extra oil. I make sure it's oil free with SPF in it. Or if you're applying SPF separately, do SPF first, then your lotion. And then with primer, I always use a primer. And this is just going to act as backup because my makeup's going to be clinging on for dear life the entire day, and I just want to give it some extra backup so that it stays on a lot longer. And then foundation, I definitely try really hard to not apply regular foundation, but if you are going to apply regular foundation, make sure it is oil free. And that's because oil-based foundations do not wear well at all in the hot weather. They want to slip off, and then when they start to slip off, it looks really, really obvious and you can see your skin through it. Not only that, but the oily makeup mixed with your sweat seeping into your pores in the hot sun can actually cause you to break out. So it's best to just skip that kind of makeup altogether and apply something light and fresh like a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer. And if you don't have one of those, then take a little bit of foundation and your SPF moisturizer and mix them together to create like a lighter base that won't, you know, look really cakey out in the sunlight. And then just apply concealer on your little spots and imperfections, and boom, you look beautiful and natural. And you'll notice that if you cut back on your makeup throughout the summer, by the end of the summer, your face will have cleared up so much if you do tend to break out. And then when it comes to powder, less is more. Also, a lot of times, like, we'll apply our foundation really nicely, but then we'll put too much powder on, and so it ends up looking cakey when it really wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to be pretty. So just dust a little bit on your T-zone and be done with it. Now let's talk about why I love bronzer so much when you're going out into the sun. Because you don't need that much foundation or whatever you're going to be using underneath it, because bronzer has a really weird way of making your flaws appear a lot less noticeable. Not only that, but it's like a really awesome way to add color to your face. It makes you look a lot warmer, it makes your eyes look brighter. It's just awesome. But the only thing is you want to apply it lightly wherever the sun naturally hits your face. And don't skip your ears, don't skip your neck, don't skip your shoulders, and don't skip your head. I don't know, I couldn't think of anything that rhymed. Now, what you don't want to do is heavily contour your face with bronzer like you would for an indoor look or a club look. And that's because it does not look natural under the sun. The sun does not naturally, contour our cheekbones and contour. You only want to put your bronzer where the sun would naturally hit your face. So save the contouring for indoor looks with bronzer and lightly dust it on for outdoor looks. Another thing I like to do with bronzer, how many of you guys do this also, but I like to apply my bronzer to my crease as well, or my eyelids or wherever. Want to know why? You do. That's because it's the same color that's all over the rest of my face. So it looks a lot more natural when you have the same colors all over your face, kind of coordinating, than if you have a bunch of different colors. So it just looks more natural that way, and just looks more like summertime makeup. And I love lipstick out in the summertime, but the only thing is when I'm going somewhere like to the beach or a pool party, I usually opt for lip stain instead, and then go over it with a lip balm that has SPF in it, just to protect your lips from all those little sunspots that you can get on your lips from not protecting them. And by just doing this, you kind of avoid the same complications you would have by applying like regular lipstick or colored lip gloss, because usually when it's windy and sunny, your hair gets stuck to your lips, and then you go to move it and it gets dragged onto your face, and it's just and stuck in your hair. It's horrible. Or you have to keep reapplying it, and then the more you reapply it, the more it's bound to end up on your teeth. So I usually skip all that. Now, I recommend avoiding wearing eyeliner and eyeshadow and all that stuff, because usually it's just going to wind up underneath your eyes, creating this really pretty, chic raccoon look, and you don't want that. So if you are going to wear eye makeup, then I recommend bringing your wipes so that you can wipe it off once you do have that raccoon look going on. But just to avoid all of that, I'll usually just start off with my curling thing for my lashes, my lash curler. And not only is curling your lashes going to open up your eyes, but it's also going to keep your lashes from touching your sweaty face throughout the day, which causes the mascara to get on your face or under your eyes in the first place. Then after that, I'll apply just like a really thin layer of brown mascara. This way, if anything does come off, it's not that bad. Or I'll apply a really thin layer of black waterproof mascara, because even too much waterproof mascara can come off a little bit or clump up really bad. And then instead of adding liquid liner, I'll just take like a medium dark brown shadow, and I'll just lightly dust like a thin layer above where my lashes are, and this will kind of create the same eye opening effect that adding eyeliner does, just not as dramatic and not as risky. Or if you're smart, you'll just skip the whole thing and just put some sunglasses on. And last but not least, this is not like a makeup tip or anything like that, but I recommend this little foot scrubby filey thing, and you can find it at like most drugstores or something similar to it. And all you do is just keep it in your shower, and then towards the end of your shower, when your feet are you have like prune feet, then you just scrub it. And then when you get out of the shower, your feet are so nice and new. And those are my tips for avoiding makeup mishaps in the hot weather. So let me know what you guys think, and if you have any tips of your own, and I will see you guys soon. I love you. Bye.